Hey, this is Mook Washington, MTC Media here at Cat 1, wrapping up Georgetown, Seton Hall in a game that there was about 3 games played within one game. Warriors slip and fall at the end, 74-71. Pirates pulled it off as Georgetown got a little loose with the ball at the end, and Seton Hall made them pay. But this game started off wicked for Georgetown, falling down early by 16 points. They were down by 16 with 11:46 left in the first half. They came out uninspired. They came out with no energy. They could not execute. They couldn't really do anything but turn the ball over, 4 shots, and just let Seton Hall have what they wanted to have. Georgetown fought back. By the time we got to halftime, they had closed it to within 8 points. And then the second half started, and that's when it got exciting. Seton Hall starts the second half. They scored the first 5 points. It looks like they're going to run away from this. That Georgetown had their little spurt, in the first half and stuff, and they were going to put it away. And then the Warriors came back. They pushed all the way back, and they have a 3-point lead with, let's see, it was about, 2:08. No, it was a little bit later than that. Georgetown was up by 3 and had the ball. And that's when all hell broke loose. 3 consecutive turnovers. Seton Hall takes the lead back. Seton Hall built upon the lead, and they close it out 74-70. So we're going to go with the good and the bad. We're going to start with the bad. The bad starts with the slow start. Georgetown cannot play that way. And in the first half, Seton Hall shot 73% from the floor. You didn't hear that wrong. They shot 73% from the floor. If you give a half of effort, a team, especially Seton Hall, Seton Hall isn't, J.J. Redick and those Duke teams. You don't give up 73% shooting in the first half if you give half an effort, right? Second, the turnovers. Once again, Georgetown turnover count. Turned the ball over 12 times, and Seton Hall took advantage of it. Of the 12 turnovers, Seton Hall scored 23 points off of 12 turnovers because so many of those turnovers were live ball turnovers, and there were live ball turnovers from out around the 3-point line. So now you already have your first pass in transition off a live ball turnover. I mean the first pass. You're out by the 3-point line already, and you're starting to fill lanes, right? Also, look, I understand that Georgetown shot 10 for 35 from threes, but 35 of your 55 shots cannot be 3-pointers unless you have an incredible shooting team. And I had said this before. I said it before their last game. During Big East play, Georgetown was shooting in the high 30s as far as shot attempts from 3. And that's fine. We live in an era where the 3 is more acceptable than ever. But again, when you have a team like this, you cannot in league play always be around 40% of your attempts from 3. It's just not a winning formula unless you have look, if you had a better shooting team where you can spread everybody out, and then you can essentially say, okay, 3s and layups, 3s and drives, because then you can get to the free throw line and all this stuff. It's a little bit different. But that's not really who Georgetown is, at least not right now. They're not. Okay, now we'll flip to the good. Last year, again, one time we'll have a day where we quit bringing up last year. Last year, you fall down by 16 the first half. Georgetown's down by 25 by halftime. They're down by 35 sometime in the second half. They end up losing by 19. And this year, you're down by 16 the first half, and dadgummit, when it's coming down to those last 3 minutes, you are right in this thing, and you eventually even take the lead. That shows something in that locker room. Now, Epps had a Herculean effort. I mean, he shot 9 for 18, 5 for 13 from 3, 7 for 8 from the free throw line, 30 points with 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. That's good. Man, that's good. So you have a team that won't pack it in. And again, those are the little things, right? Little things. Because last year, this team packs it in. Second, you don't have a coach who is so stubborn that he's boneheaded. There is no way Patrick Ewing, even though they were getting cut up, Patrick Ewing would not go zone. Cooley realized early on that the base defense tonight was not going to be man. So what did he do? He switched to zone. And it held down the fort until the offense could catch up. And then the defense started forcing some turnovers. They started getting some stops. And they started doing those things. And then you get back in the game. But it starts with the coach not being pride stupid and understanding I have to do what's best to put my guys, or as Cooley likes to say, my men, in position to win. And Coach Cooley did that. So that also goes to the good. But like Cooley said after the game, you know, it's this isn't CYO. And though you have people like me who are understanding that the process is probably going to take 3 years. It took over 6 years to ruin. It's not going to take 6 minutes to fix. But I also do understand that in a game like this, when you're at home and you fought all the way back and you have less than 180 seconds, that you have to close that out. And he's exactly right. They have to close it out, and they did not close it out at all. It's just tough. I mean, it's tough when you see a team fight the way that they did. Now, for Seton Hall, Kadari Richmond was just incredible. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. They went to him down the stretch. He delivered. Their guards were as advertised. And when they needed to get a stop, and when they needed to be tough, and when they needed to get up in your face and say that we are not going to let adversity buckle us down to our knees, Seton Hall did it. And that is somewhere where Georgetown would like to get. Not there yet, but I'm sure they'd like to get there. So, once again, Mook Washington wrapping up from Cap 1. Seton Hall 70, Georgetown. Seton Hall 74, Georgetown 70.